Getting into my NFL Week 8 preview, we're already there. And the only thing that I have for this intro is that I'm hoping one of the 5 games that I'm going to talk about, one of the 5 matchups that I'm excited about this week, gets moved to the Sunday and Monday night football slots. I hope that the NFL flexes these games because currently I think it's like Dallas and Philly on Sunday and the Giants and Tampa Bay on Monday. SOS. I'm getting into my 5 favorite matchups for this week in football, and we're going to start with New England at Buffalo. The Pats taking on the Bills. So Josh Allen, we're excited about early in the season, and we've kind of seen a bit of a regression back to almost his old ways through the first 3 games of the season. So I'm very curious how this Patriots defense maybe preys on that. But vice versa, we've also seen this New England defense kind of struggling since Cam has come back from those COVID issues. I'm hoping that it's not like a bigger problem, right? So just crossing my fingers for that. But this Buffalo defense kind of stepped up last week. I know it's the Jets, so we're not going to give them too much credit, but maybe they're kind of finding a little bit more of their flow now. They've been talking a lot about that on network television, how Leslie Frazier, the defensive coordinator there in Buffalo, has seen them kind of starting to find their fit again. I do think Buffalo wins this one. And they need to if they're going to keep their playoff hopes alive and be the team that we kind of all predicted them to be this year. Next game I'm eyeing, the Las Vegas Raiders at the Cleveland Browns. So for Cleveland, everybody's going to be paying attention to how now Baker plays with Odell gone, and if he maybe starts to be a little bit more consistent in his play style there. And I also think all of Cleveland's wins outside of the AFC North are going to be crucial. They're playing in one of the tougher divisions in football, so in order to get into the playoffs and beyond that point, these games are must win, essentially. As far as the Raiders, I'm curious about their playoff hopes as well. Like, are they still that team that we thought they were going to be after the Kansas City upset? I think that this is going to be more of an evenly matched game than they had last week versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I have Cleveland winning, but I'm excited to see the outcome of this and get a better feel for both of these teams because they're kind of like middle of the top of the pack to me. Does that make sense? I hope so. The next game on my radar, the Los Angeles Rams at the Miami Dolphins. Obviously, Tua's debut. Tua meet Aaron Donald. This is going to be a fun one. I really liked how this Rams defense especially played against the Bears. The Bears don't have that great of an offense, though. Just obviously important to note there. But I think this is still going to be a fun matchup. I have the Rams winning. But we saw Miami beat the Niners. We saw them playing decently close games with the Seahawks and the Bills. So if they pull this one off, are we going to be ready to call this Dolphins team legit this year? Could they have some playoff hopes in an AFC East that is kind of not quite sorted out at this point in the season? I'm looking forward to all of those things. I could not mention this game, the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Baltimore Ravens. One, I'm excited for that Yannick Ngakoue add now to this Ravens defense. I'm excited for him and Calais Campbell to be reunited. Calais Campbell was tearing it up there throughout this season, so maybe that it's just going to even energize that already strong defense more. Looking forward to this test for Lamar Jackson against this strong Pittsburgh defense and what Greg Roman has cooked up more to see more of Lamar's progress in year 3. It's a test that I hope we see him match up to and meet. I think it's going to be a fun matchup in a tough division of good on good. I think it slightly favors Pittsburgh in that defense, but this Ravens offense was more electric, I think, last year. So they're going to need to pull a little bit from that and pull it out for this game. But maybe it'll look a little bit different with Lamar perhaps throwing the ball more, staying in the pocket more, all of those things that we've all been, urging to see. I'm really looking forward to in this game. I will be tuned in. And the final game I'm eyeing, the San Francisco 49ers at the Seattle Seahawks. I'm pretty much at the point where if the AFC North or NFC West is playing, I am all eyes. The main thing I want to see here, I think Seattle should take this comfortably, but I'm looking forward to seeing if this is the first year that we're going to see an entire division in the playoffs, how Shanahan and Saleh kind of keep this team rolling on their depleted roster. It's going to be interesting to see. I don't think this is an unwinnable game for San Francisco. We've obviously seen what they can do over these past couple weeks, like kind of pulling the team by a sled there. So this will be one of those matchups we've all got to keep our eyes on. That is it. That's all I've got for you guys today. The rest of my picks are right over here. Keeping an eye on Joe Burrow taking on those Titans and seeing how they play against them. I feel like we're at the point in their season where it's like, look good, but don't win. We're going to grab you a couple more pieces in the draft. So I'm interested to see how they continue to play. And then, of course, another Offensive Rookie of the Year candidate, Justin Herbert, taking on the Denver Broncos. I think that could be a second win for him. Yeah, those are just some more of my thoughts for this week. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like and comment and subscribe. Let me know if you agree with some of my picks, if you're as excited about these games as I am. I will talk to y'all so soon.